Have you ever heard lack of money is a bit of a problem? You know what? Lack of money is never, ever, ever the problem. Lack of money is a symptom of the problem, but not the cause of the problem. The cause of the problem is lack of skills. Have you heard the story of a lottery winner who have a win of money, millions of millions, but only to be found after a few years broke, bankrupt? What is the cause of the problem there? He has the money, but he lacked the millionaire's key to keep and grow the money. If I am seen as rich today, I am not rich because of the money I have, but I'm rich because of the skills that I have acquired. Majority of the millionaires you see today are not rich because of the money in their bank accounts, but they are rich because of the skills they have acquired over the years. That is why I would like to share with you understanding 7 skills of the millionaires for wealth creation. Yeah, that's the topic. Understanding 7 keys of the millionaires for wealth creation. Skill number 1 is the ability to talk to your customer persuasively, and I call that closing skill. Do you know how to close? Do you know how to articulate the value of what you do to your potential customers? Do you know how to ask powerful questions that will compare your potential clients to buy? Closing skill is one of the most important, if not the most important skill that you need to acquire if you want to be a millionaire. When you are talking to your customers, you are closing. When you are talking to vendors, persuading them for a better term, you are closing. When you are talking to your employees, you are closing. So closing skill is an important skill that you need to acquire if you want to be rich. Next, understanding the millionaire's keys for wealth creation number 2, and that is the ability to talk to group. And I call that public speaking skill. Do you know what most people fear in life? The thing that most people fear in life most is not snake, it's not scorpion, it's not even death, it's public speaking. But why are people afraid of talking to public? Some of them are possibly afraid because they may say something wrong. Some are concerned about how they look. Many are concerned if they may make mistake or not. But majority of the great leaders we have today in the class of Steve Jobs, in the class of Warren Buffett, in the class of Tony Robinson, they are all public speakers. Are you afraid of talking to groups? Can you communicate your ideas to group? Can you communicate with certainty, clearly to group? Can you interact with your audience? All these are public speaking skills. It's one of the skills I developed at my early stage that gave me an edge over the things I am doing today. Public speaking skill is a skill that you must acquire if you want to be rich. Are you the type that when it comes to you addressing a public, your knees may lock, your face may turn red? You could be like me before, but it's a learnable skill that you must try to acquire if your desire is to be rich. And next is understanding the millionaire skills for wealth creation number 3 is the ability to communicate with words in print or persuasion in print. And I call that copywriting skill. Yes, copywriting skill. By copywriting skill, I don't mean being 100% grammatically correct, but it is good to do that. I'm not talking about what you learned in school, academic writing, but I'm talking about communication. Your posts, your social media posts, your email, your blog. Why is this important? It's important because in our day-to-day conversation, in our day-to-day communication, I mean this your email, your blog, your posts, the agreement, majority of these are copywriting. And if you can communicate effectively with written words, it will give you a tremendous amount of leverage. Copywriting skill is one of the first skills I desire to develop, and it gave me and brought a magical effect in my life. It's a skill that you would like to acquire. Just take for example, you can communicate a copywriting skill effectively. Imagine if you made a post on your social media, on your blog, and you communicate it well, and you have a decent amount of followers, say 100,000, 200. In most cases, some have millions of views. You know the advantage is going to give you. So if your desire is to be a millionaire, copywriting skill is a skill you can't do without. Develop yourself to acquire this skill and see how it makes you grow. And next, understanding the millionaire skills for wealth creation number 4 is the ability to communicate clearly and effectively with your team. And that's what I call leadership skill. To be an effective leader, you must be an effective communicator. Do you know what the vision of your company is? Can you communicate the vision of your organization with your team members? Can you communicate the structure of your companies? All these are part of the leadership skills. You see, business is not a solo sport. Business is not just an intellectual sport, but business is a team sport. So leadership skill is an important skill you must acquire because it will help you to inspire, motivate, and lead your team. So it's a skill you can't do without if you want to be a millionaire. And the next is millionaire skills for wealth creation. Number 5 is the ability to manage your time for effective results. The ability to manage and organize your time for effective results. Some people call that time management, but I call that priority management because we all have 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and 365 days a year. You can't actually manage time because we all have the same amount of time. However, you can manage your priorities. Priority management is simply knowing the things that are priority, that are of priority to you, and focus them. Knowing the things that are most important to you and focusing them is priority management. It's unfortunate that majority will be doing a whole lot of things and they will not take a pause or a break to ask themselves, why am I doing this I'm doing? What is the payoff of this activity? If we are not able to ask ourselves those profound questions, we won't be able to identify our priority. And if you're able to identify your priority, you will see that you'll be able to manage your time from day to day, engaging those things that are most important to you, that you know that if you consistently continue with them, it will bring you closer to your goal. At the end of the day, priority management is self-management, and it's a skill that you cannot do without if you want to be a millionaire, if you want to be rich. It is a time, it's a skill that you must endeavor to acquire. And the next is the millionaire skills for wealth creation. Number 6, and is the ability to read financial statements. And that is what I call financial literacy. It's good to state at this point that this financial literacy skill is not taught in school. In school, how do we measure how well we are doing? We measure how well we are doing in school by grades, by your report card, either your A, your B, or your C. But in real world, in the real business world, we measure how well you are doing is being measured by your financial statements, by how well your account is doing. So how well do you manage money? Somebody may say, Larry, do you mean I should go and start doing accounting course, be an accountant, or possibly be a bookkeeper? No, but you need to understand the language of money. Understanding the language of money is financial literacy. You need to understand the key vocabularies of money, such as credit scores, return on investment, profit and loss, capital gain, capital loss, depreciation. These are most of the things you need to understand. And you can't measure, you can't improve what you don't measure. So your understanding of this language of money will help you know and measure if you are doing well or not. So the ability and the financial literacy ability or skill is what you need to acquire if your desire is to be rich. And the next and the final is millionaire skills for wealth creation. Number 7 is the ability to manage your own mind, and that is called the mindset skill. Frustration, negativity, fear, depression, procrastination, self-limiting belief. How do you manage your emotion? How do you manage your mind? You see, all the other skills might be in place, but if your mindset skill is not in place, it's not going to work. One of the popular books written by Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, said thinking is part of managing your mind. How many times have you known what to do, but you won't have yourself do them because of procrastination? How many times have you allowed opportunity to slip off your hand because of self-limiting belief? How many times have you seen that people believe in you, but you don't believe in yourself because of self-limiting belief? How many times have you seen opportunities with a good outcome that are desirable? You say, I can't do it because you don't believe in yourself. All these are mindset skills. And these are the skills that make a real millionaire. And if you want to be rich and your desire is to be rich, This 7 skill is a must to master. And I would like you to comment below, which of these skill are you good at? Which one is scaring you and which one do you want to improve on? Just comment below. And I hope to meet you in our next video. And I wish you the best in your endeavors. Thank you and hope to see you.